Hi viewers, this is Face to Face Live with me Alessandro as your host for today's episode for 1 hour. Now I have a question to ask you guys. Now, why do you think some people are lazy to learn English? Why do you think some people are not motivated to learn English? Have you ever tried to find out the reasons why? Well, I think the main reason that lies that condition is because they do not see the significance and importance of English. And in this episode, we are going to be talking with a special guest, somebody with whom I will be talking about her life. And by doing so, I hope that we can see the significance and importance of English. So without further ado, this is Ma'am Hera. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I couldn't wait
Nice
to have
see you.
Nice to see you. Have a seat, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
I've been waiting for this episode for quite a long time, actually.
Oh, really?
And by the way, you look great in red, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. This is my favorite color.
And this is actually my very first time seeing you in red.
Oh,
because
really?
you've been teaching me like 10 weeks, 10 sessions, but first time. Despite the fact that you said that you like all colors and you try to use, combine colors in order to make the students not bored of you.
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure, because teachers are a kind of artists, right?
So fashion matters. Oh, okay. So lately, how are you doing, ma'am? You're doing great.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
And you are a teacher, basically, lecturer also, right?
Yes.
And then, what are your current activities, ma'am?
Well, still doing the same thing, teaching and then training, giving training for English teachers.
Teaching and training.
Giving training.
Let's begin from the teaching first now. I mean, where are you teaching? I mean, are you teaching only at BINUS or some other universities as well?
Well, in terms of university, I only teach in BINUS at this recently, but before I taught in several universities.
Such as?
Well, such as in Bakri University, in Sahid University.
But most of them are in, in the location of Jakarta.
Yes, but before, long time ago, before I moved to Jakarta, it was kind of 20 years ago. I taught in, it's IKIP Malang, but now it's called Universitas Negeri Malang, for some semesters, and I also teach Tiba, and then also YIN, but those are in Malang.
So they were all in Java, basically?
Yes.
So no in Sumatra, no in Kalimantan?
No,
Sulawesi,
that's only for training.
For training, okay. And when it comes to training, what do you train? Like, specifically, what is it that you train?
Yeah, because my major is English, okay? I mean, English education. So what I teach, what I train is about teaching English. And the participants mostly are English teachers. So it's from elementary school level up to university lecturers. So
the way to teach, that's what you train? Yes. So not like TOEFL and IELTS?
No, it's just teaching technique or just part of teacher development.
And now what comes to my mind is that you are the expert of teaching, because teachers, they teach students. And now teachers are being taught by you. Wow, so
that's too much. I'm not the expert. Okay, just I'm having experience. Okay.
And I ever heard that you were, I don't know, you used to work in British Council. I don't know. What's that?
Yeah, still up to this moment.
Up to now.
Okay? Yeah. So I'm a consultant there. So they usually give me a job as a trainer. So I'm lucky because then I'm sent to several cities all over Indonesia. So I've been to Aceh until Papua.
So wow, Aceh to Papua.
And I like traveling. Yeah,
and we will discuss that one later.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I know that you've been teaching for quite a long time. And to be specific, in total, how long have you been teaching, ma'am?
Wow, how long? I should count it
Try
first.
to recall your memory. So the very first time you taught was in?
Well, I graduated in 1982.
Yeah.
That's my S1. And I started teaching, I think I started teaching at that year. So it is from 2000,
wow.
2015
I think it's
19,
like more than 20 years.
33, I think.
33.
Yeah, this year should be 33 years.
Wow.
Oh, it's quite old, yeah.
But you are doing great, despite how long you've been. And then, was being a teacher your very first profession, or did you have some other professions prior to this, like writer, translator? Like a singer, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, no. Let me tell my experience.
Tell me that one.
So, at first, I didn't have any idea to be a teacher. It didn't come to my mind, okay? But I like English.
You like English?
So since I was a child, so I always liked English. Why? Because I had a dream at that time that I can travel all around the world. And the way to be able to do that is by having the skill in English, right? To communicate in English so that I can I can talk with other people not from Indonesia. So because of that idea, then when I graduated from high school, even though I was from science department,
so science department,
but I decided to choose English department.
And what did people say? Like, come on, you chose English department. What did your parents say? Like your friends, were they surprised?
Well, they were not, because during my study in junior high school and senior high school, my English was always good. I mean, I get 10 for the exam, you know, the national exam, and also all good grades during the study. So when I decided to take English, they understood, but they didn't think that
you would turn out
I
to
would be a teacher. See, now that is a story about that.
How did it go?
At that time, I live in Malang.
In Malang,
it's,
alone?
No,
with your family.
With the family, and then the best school for studying English at that time was only in IKIP Malang, because IKIP Malang at that time was the best English school or English department in Southeast Asia. So it's not only in Indonesia. Yes. So I feel I was lucky enough to be accepted in that school, in that university. So then I took that course, I mean that study. And I was also lucky to have so inspiring lecturers. They were brilliant, they were smart, and they were so friendly, nice. So probably I got the influence from them.
If they can inspire me, why wouldn't I try to inspire my students later? Is that what you think?
Probably like that. So because, you know, they became like role models. And probably it came deeply in my mind, how they behave, how they express their ideas, how they thought, and then it inspired me to be, why not? Why not to be a teacher?
So the one that inspired you to become a teacher was the lecturer?
The lecturers, yes. The lecturers.
And can you tell me, like maybe share a little bit how they inspired you, in what way? Like by storytelling or by sharing experiences, or how?
Oh, yeah, by their life experiences, They, you know, lecturers at that time were almost always sent abroad to further study, and they shared their life experience during their living abroad. And then also the way they approach the students, and also the way they, you know, they make our mind opened. See, so I was, you know, I was actually adoring all my lecturers because they were smart. Most of them.
And they were all inspiring. Wow.
Yeah, most of them. And you see, because you know, because I like English. So then when I was in university, I also, you know, be the best student, the best students there.
So the best students.
So when I finished study, they offered me to teach.
Oh, so you got a chance to teach.
Yeah, and before I finished study, actually, I had some offers to teach as well.
And we will continue later conversation, ma'am, after the break. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Hi viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, the only English spoken program on BINUSTV with me, Alessandro, as your host, and Ma'am Hera as our special guest. Now here you can see on the table we have the award. Let me read it out for you. It says Rector's Award for the Best Teaching Performance. Wow! Is presented to Hera, Doktoranda, Master Pendidikan, etc. Wow. So basically, ma'am, when was this given? Still remember?
It's quite a long time ago. It was
it says like
2010.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like 5 years ago.
Yes, 5 years ago.
So, and who gave it to you, by the way? Like the
It's the director.
So it was given in auditorium, I would say.
Yes, it was in a big meeting. Usually at the beginning, before we start for new semester.
And were you surprised to have received this one, or what did you feel exactly?
I was, because I didn't expect to have this, and I didn't know that there is this kind of thing. Okay, so and I didn't know the criteria as well.
So yes, probably
I mean,
it was,
but thank God. I mean, this is a kind of appreciation to show that, well, Ria, you are on the right track.
keep up the good work. That was they say.
Yes.
And yeah, that's really good. I think you deserved that one, really.
Oh, thank you.
Now, so this is teaching now. This is your award in teaching.
Yes.
And we know that everybody has their own definitions of teaching. They define it this way, some others define it that way. But from your own definition, what is teaching, ma'am?
Yes, you're right that people will say differently about teaching, because they have different perspective. For me, myself, probably teaching is to change, to change students so that they can stand on their own for their future.
Wow.
Okay.
So
something like that.
So it's like making them independent, right?
Yes.
Because they are now dependent, they are still dependent on their parents, and teaching will give them professions whereby they can get their own professions to finance their own lives.
Sure.
Oh, that's the
and
point.
Especially because I teach English. So for me, teaching English is to make the students able to use English.
To able to communicate. You have always mentioned that one, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the number one point.
Okay. And now, when it comes to teaching, we have teachers. And teachers have, there are good teachers, there are not so good teachers, I'll say that one. And from your own opinion, what are the characteristics of an ideal teacher? What is it that makes somebody an ideal teacher?
Wow.
The nature.
Yes, if you know the competition for Miss Universe, for example, they also have criteria, okay? So that people will choose this woman or that woman
as the winner,
as the winner,
like
as the Miss
skinny,
Universe.
I think, like beautiful.
Yeah, but they actually, basically, they're from 3 Bs.
What are they? Beautiful. Oh, brain. No.
Yes, brain. Number one.
Let
brain.
me guess. Brain. Somebody has taught me that one, but I couldn't remember. Brain, beauty.
Beauty and.
Was there? I don't know.
Behavior. Yeah. So basically, teachers should have these 3 characters. Yeah. Brain, beauty, behavior, and beauty.
So the same,
what
like
I mean,
a model then.
Yes.
Pretty much
yes.
the same.
Teachers are role models. Teachers are role models. So students see the teacher as a role model, and teachers should be a role model for their students. Yeah. So brain, of course, teachers should be knowledgeable. Yeah. Okay. Because we have to have something to be shared to our students. Yeah. Okay. So the brain. Okay. Of course, teachers should be smart then, right? Because we also have smart children, right? So that we can deal with them. Okay, so that's brain, knowledgeable. So that's teachers should improve, yes. Okay, so people who are teachers are people who like learnings as well, because they have to do something with their brain. Okay. Secondly, with behavior. They should have the empathy. They have to be friendly, they have to be patient, they have to be nice, and those good personalities. and also
beauty.
Beauty.
Does beauty matter in teaching then?
Yes, but
How?
it doesn't mean beauty like beautiful
appearance.
like Barbie. I
Oh.
mean, or the face beauty, or should be handsome. No, beauty here means nice to be look at. Okay, nice looking, right? So people can be just ordinary, but because of their smile, okay, friendly expressions, then it looks beautiful.
And that's why sometimes you encourage us to always smile.
Yeah.
And you mentioned before that a teacher was a model.
Yes.
And before you also said that teacher was an artist. So here we can see that the roles of teachers are quite many. An artist,
Yes.
A model, like a facilitator,
Yes.
a motivator,
Yes.
inspiration. I don't know, so quite many roles that a teacher can have.
Yes.
But from your point of view, what do you see yourself as? A motivator or what?
Oh, wow.
From your own point of view. No, this is not from your
What do I
student's
see
point of view.
myself? Well, teaching is for me is also a process. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm good already.
Yeah.
No, I'm still learning as well to be teachers. Okay, so of course, what I do, I'm trying to be a motivator for my students. I'm trying to be an inspiration also for my students, and I'm also trying to be a role model. Okay, because students will learn from what they see and what they hear, right? So what I say should be something which is meaningful. What they see from me is also something that they can copy, or probably they can do much better than me. Okay, so that's why if in my class I always say, okay, I do whatever I do in the classroom is on purpose, because I want you to see that, and then you can consider it. If you think it's good, then you can do like it.
Yeah.
But if you think it's not that good enough, you can improve it. Right?
So what you see yourself as is a motivator. Motivator then.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
And now, so I think that every profession has some like good points and like difficulty, but I don't say that it's the difficulty. I would say that it is a challenge. And so teaching, you've been doing it. You have been doing it like more than 30 years, and so far, what do you think is the most challenging thing in teaching?
Most challenging, yeah. So I think I can say it from two different points, yeah. For teachers and for students,
Yeah.
because I also teach teachers. Right? For students, the challenge is that sometimes university students, even though they are grown up, they still don't know what they are going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't know what to do after this. So and they don't know why they are here in the classroom.
It's just like the process. Everybody goes to campus, then I will do so.
So just like when you are asked to take this subject and that subject, okay, they just follow it. But actually, you don't know what this subject are for. What I'm going to do with these subjects, right? So for me, the challenge is just to make students aware about what they are doing at the moment, yeah, with the lecturing, with all the classes, is for their future, for their future.
So it has something to do with their future.
Yeah.
And
especially if it is in my class, because I'm teaching those who take teaching
streaming, yeah.
So they have to know if they want to teach, then they have to make themselves meaningful for their students. They have to give ways to open their students' mind as well. So first of course, they have to open their minds first.
And maybe to inform the audience is that you are my lecturer teaching material design and language testing. Yeah, ma'am. Okay. So we have one more session because next week is GSLC. So, ma'am, now, well, teaching now, you like it so much, but I haven't got the idea as to why you like it so much. So what makes teaching so interesting to you? You haven't told us.
Yeah.
You always ask why you like teaching. Why do you take this streaming? Now it's your turn.
Yeah. Every person will have different answer to that. Yeah, and probably you will find teachers who say that, well, actually they don't like teaching.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of them,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
because they don't have
for
any
them,
other.
yeah.
They don't have any other choice. Yeah.
Right. But for me myself, see, well, I think after teaching for so many years, okay, and I think the best moment that makes me happy is when I see the changes in my students. Meaning that from blank face, from blank faces, and then seems that they got something. Okay, that makes me happy. I mean, I think it makes me feel that, oh, I'm useful. Okay, my life is useful, not only for myself but for other people.
Wow,
that's something. That's something that I'm always looking forward when I teach. Okay? So it's the changing of faces, the changing of behavior of one student. I have a story. This is my ex-students also in BINUS.
Oh, a story.
Years ago.
I think I'll keep it for a while, because we will continue to the story later after the break. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Hi viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, your favorite talk show on BINUSTV with me, Alessandro, as your host, and Ma'am Rum Hera as our special guest. Now, ma'am, continue with the story.
Oh yeah, but the story, yeah. Some semester ago, it was about my students here. I got a student who were ignorant. Okay, he was not really paying attention to the subject, because he was a kind of artist. He likes drawing, okay? He likes drawing a lot. And in the classroom, he didn't seem to pay any attention, whether to his friends or also to the lecturers. So then I talked to him one day, and he was so happy to show me his drawing, okay? And luckily, his hobby was like my daughter's hobby. So then we can talk about his hobby now. And then I tried to talk to him about his choice of taking the class in teaching stream, a little bit by little. And I told him that, well, I wanted to see him to achieve something else, not only in terms of his drawing, but also in English teaching, because he was in that stream. Okay. And he got a bit improvement, okay. And then, but he wasn't with me all the semesters, But then when he graduated, I was surprised that he decided to be a lecturer. Oh my! So I was, oh, him? My God! So because at that time he started the class as an ignorant student. See, but now he said, oh, I really enjoyed teaching, ma'am. And he just passed his S2 program, and I'm so happy for him. But I don't want to mention his name.
So now he is a lecturer?
He is a lecturer.
Wow. Somebody who didn't think to become a lecturer, and now is a lecturer.
Yes,
wow. So to change the student, that's what you mean, like teaching, right? And now, like, maybe you can tell us, ma'am, like, the benefits of being able to speak English well or understanding English well.
The benefit, you see that we don't live alone. We don't live alone, of course.
There are many people in this world.
Many people, and not only Indonesian. And actually, our life depends on several things. Not only from Indonesia. Okay? You can see that the things that we are wearing, the things that we have around here. How many percent are from Indonesia? Okay, only a few, right? So, but that's fine. I mean, in this modern era, we have to, collaborate with others, right? So, Like if we don't have enough rice, then we import from Thailand. Okay, we don't have enough soya bean, then we import from China, etc. So, or we also in the international relationship, we also have to deal with other people from other countries. And how can we communicate with them if we cannot use English? Okay? Even if you open your computer, you browse the internet, what language do you see?
It's all in English.
It's always in English. Okay, so by having English, I think you have your world with you. Okay, you can contact, you can communicate anybody in any places around the world. Okay, and you see that this year we have the Asian free trade.
Yeah.
Right. So we have strong competitions among other countries in Asia. So it means that people who are good at communicating in English have better chance to get better jobs, something like that. Yeah, that's in general. So that's why in teaching English, I always say that okay, the purpose of teaching English is to make the students able to communicate. If they cannot communicate, how do we know that they are smart? When they apply a job for a company, okay, and now we have so many multinational companies, of course the interview is in English. And how can we express our thought, our ideas well if we cannot speak English? Even though you are good, but you cannot express, then how do people know that you are smart? Okay, so communication is a must.
Yeah, and it happens that traveling is one of the benefits of understanding English, and we would like to show some photos of you, ma'am, right?
Sure.
So let's do that one. The photos are, where is it, ma'am?
Oh, that was when I was in Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands.
Now, one of the benefit of having English is that I came here to participate in an exhibition. It's a Florida International exhibition. So I promote tropical plants of Indonesia in the world. Okay, so we have an Indonesian booth that we show all products of Indonesia. That's my benefit of having English. So I can communicate with all the guests. But this is in one of the other, this is not flowers from Indonesia, it's flowers from Netherlands.
We see the next photo, ma'am, yeah?
Sure.
Okay, next photo, please. Wow, this is also in Netherlands?
No, this was in Macau.
Macau, wow.
Macau,
We have next photo, maybe?
Yes.
This is in Macau, wow.
Ah, yeah.
With your husband?
With my husband.
In Netherlands?
No, in Netherlands, yes. This is my third visit to Netherlands.
Wow.
It was the third visit to Netherlands.
Okay. Next, please.
Now, this is in Spain.
In Spain.
We visited a farm which has so many olive plants. They are olive plants, and it was 300 years old.
300 years old, yeah, much older than we are, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is international business.
Okay, next. Okay. You see the next photo?
Yeah.
This is in Roma.
Yes.
Italy.
Colosseum, yes.
And teaching also, like teaching something, or traveling?
No, it's traveling. I have my family business there.
Okay. This is also in Italy. This is when Pisa.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay. What about this one? Is it somewhere in Indonesia? No.
No, this is in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Oh, the best place if you see. Wow, I like that place a lot.
Wow, New Zealand. Okay.
Yes, New Zealand.
Next. At your home. At home. No.
No, this I visited a flower orchid nursery in Taiwan. So just to show that actually we have this kind of flowers, yeah, Phalaenopsis, or you can say anggrek bulan, but then in Taiwan, they develop it and make it better in qualities.
Okay, that's all the photos then. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
We have one more, Taj Mahal. That's really good. That's Taj Mahal. So quite many countries that you have ever been to. And part of them is like traveling, family business, and the other one is teaching.
Yes, Yes.
Wow.
So I was lucky to be sent abroad because of my English. See, so I went abroad for the first time. Because I accompanied a group of students. Okay, this is adult students to Australia. Okay, to have short course. Okay, and I was lucky because everything was paid by by the institutions. And also another chance, I also went abroad to UK because I accompanied some headmasters from all over Indonesia. And others are because of business.
And what country that you find most interesting so far?
Yeah, you see, if I count it, I think I've been to 22 countries, yeah.
Wow.
And to tell you the truth, the best I think is New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
It's only a few hours from Indonesia.
And it's like
New Zealand.
6 hours.
Oh, 6
flight.
hours.
Yeah, 6 hours. Because
The
it's in the
best
southern part of the
Yeah.
world, right?
How
So
come
it's-
New Zealand? Like
New Zealand, yeah.
what I saw was like nothing, emptiness.
Yeah, that was in the prairie, but you see, the air over there is clean, yeah, it's fresh. If you are there, you feel that you are really in the fresh air. You feel healthy.
Pollution free.
Yes, and also the people are nice, and they said that it's the safest place
To live in.
Yeah, to live in. No, not very many criminals, something like that. And also, it's the scenery, the things that you see that is really different.
Okay, and ma'am, we have one more segment after this one, the last segment. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Hi viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, the only English spoken program on BINUSTV with me, Alessandro, as your host, and Ma'am Hera is our special guest. And this is the last segment of Face to Face. Well, actually, I hope we have like 2 or 3 more segments because the show is really interesting.
Thank
and
you.
now, ma'am, like the benefits of understanding English in traveling, like you said before, like it could be cheaper, the cost. Maybe you can explain more.
Yeah. If you ask me what benefit I have for having able to communicate in English, I think there are several. Yeah. So first, profession-wise, okay? Teaching, of course. I would be able to teach English because of my English, because I have the ability to speak or to communicate in English, and that makes me happy because then I can share what I have to other people. I believe that whatever we have, the knowledge, is actually something that we borrow from God. Okay, so we cannot keep it for ourselves. We have to share it to other people, and the more we share, the better we are. That's number one. Okay?
Wow.
So that makes me happy. That makes me I feel that I'm a useful person. Okay, and that makes our life easier, because you can create happiness for you yourself. Okay. Secondly, now, because of the benefit of English, then it's easy for me to communicate with other people all over the world. Okay, and luckily, I and my husband have a business in export and import. So one of the job is to promote what we have in Indonesia here in a foreign market. Okay. And what can I do if I cannot speak English? How can I influence? How can I describe things? How can I explain things? How can I negotiate if I could? So that's the benefit. I can do international business with them. Okay, and that also gives my benefit to me, because then I have several friends all over the world. So and that's why one of my hobbies is traveling, right? So whenever I travel, I always
contact your friends.
Contact my friends, and they
asking references.
Yes,
wow.
right.
Where should I visit?
Right, very good. And you see, I rarely use travel agent, so I arrange them myself with my friends, so they can give me, you know, a very reasonable price. You see, the best. I mean, with the best hotel, but with well, still on our budget. Okay, and also they always, you know, are happy to accompany us to visit, to see several places. Okay, so that we don't really need a guide.
Okay, that's really good.
And then because of that, I have also other friends who are interested in traveling, and they see that we like traveling a lot. So they ask me to arrange for their trip. Okay, so I arrange myself for their trips. Okay, some friends have been together with us to go around Europe, and also to the New Zealand, okay? And I did it by myself, all just through email. Okay, I'm lucky because I can speak and I can write email in English, so then I can bargain. I can also ask for specific itinerary, okay? Something like that. I feel those are the benefits of having English.
And I'm lucky to major English.
No, sure, you will be. Also, you will feel that you're lucky because you are good at English.
Yeah. And wow, you're a teacher now. I mean, you're also a lecturer. But I don't think, you mentioned before that you didn't think to become a lecturer. You didn't think to become a teacher. That means you had something that you wanted to be when you were a child. So what were the dreams that you used to have, that you used to keep in mind when you were a child? A doctor, maybe like I don't know, a singer, a professional singer, like what, ma'am?
Well, when I was child, it was long time ago, of course. And at that time, the condition is not like this. Now we have everything like on the internet. Yeah, we have technology. So I think I didn't decide what I wanted to be at that time because I was confused and say what I wanted to be. But I remember that I always wanted to travel around the world. That's always what I wish.
So that's your goal.
I wanted to travel the world. So whatever profession, the goal should make me able to travel around the world.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I want to become a doctor. It doesn't matter if I want to become a teacher. Whatever it is, it has to allow me to travel the world. That's the goal.
Yeah, right. So that's why it's a bit quite, as you asked me before, whether my family or my friends asked me about the choices that I did. So because I'm from science department when I was in high school, but then I decided to learn English. It's not something to do with science anymore. So, but because I think, I kept my wish. I wanted to travel around the world, and thank God.
You did it.
Yes.
The dream that you used to have has come true.
Yes.
Wow. And now, ma'am, what is your greatest inspiration in your life?
Wow. Yes, greatest inspirations, yeah? I think...
Maybe like the thing that makes you always do your best. What is it? Maybe like your son. My son always inspires me to do my best because without me, who else will take care of my children? Maybe like so. Or if my students, looking at my students all the time makes me feel always young. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I don't have only one. A family is important for me, and also my students. But I also learned from I was inspired from my father. He always told me to live this life meaningfully. I mean, so whatever you do, it should be a bless for other people. Okay? So make your life meaningful, share what you have, because life is just temporary.
Life is just temporary, so keep living your life meaningfully.
Yes.
That's the point, yeah.
And so share as much as you can.
as long as it is meaningful. Well, I think we've reached the end of our show. Thank you very much for coming to BINUSTV, ma'am.
Nice talking to you,
It was really nice talking to you, ma'am. Many experiences, teachers, teaching, traveling, many things, and we know that now you have made it clear as to why English is so important. So don't be so don't lazy to study, yeah. Study English as much as you can. That's the point. And I think I'm going to sum up this show with what you said before, like the more you share, the better you are. Because when we share something, we don't actually reduce what we have.
Yes.
Just like a candle, one candle can light up 1,000 candles without actually reducing the life of the candle itself. Okay, my name is Alessandro.
Okay.
Ma'am Hera, this is Face to Face. See you next time. Thank you.